So and how did you transition from McDonald's to Steak and Shake? But before you tell me that, I think I stole what would have probably been one of your best employees. My son, he worked for Steak and Shake in Edwardsville for about 3 years, and he just moved
Wow.
back home, and it was either managing my gym or I was going to send him over to Steak and Shake to see you because I know he's a great worker. I didn't want him to come. I wanted him to work with me.
let me have him part time.
I give him the message. Matter of fact, you'll see this because that's who edits my video. But he's worked for Steak and Shake 3-4 years all through college. He worked for Steak and Shake and he made the shakes and won the shake contests and all. I mean, he's like some people. I have an older son who I would tell you is a bum. I would not recommend him to even clean your gutters. But my son that is 25, lives with me, excellent worker. Excellent worker.
Great. That's great. So, good to hear.
Yeah. So I'm very proud of him. But yeah, I stole him from you. But anyway, how did you the McDonald's to Steak and Shake situation?
Well, you know what? And one thing I've learned over the years is that I have to be very diplomatic about the things that I say. Because I don't want people to take it and run the wrong way with it.
Right.
For lack of a better way of saying it, my time had kind of run out at McDonald's. A lot of it to me was, I saw a lot of changing of the hands at McDonald's over the 17 years I was there. Probably had 8-9 different district managers, and every manager came with a different disposition and a different regime, if you will.
Right.
Sometimes it was good for African Americans, and sometimes it was not so good. And being in the business and actually being on the board of directors and being a vice president of the Black McDonald's Operators Association, I saw a lot of policies coming that I thought would not be good, at least for me and my family. And so it just so happens, and I kind of think things always happen for a reason, man.
They do.
I'm sitting at home and I'm watching television, and my wife's cooking me a little something to eat, and I'm upstairs watching TV, and all of a sudden, the TV, the commercial freezes on the screen. Now, I majored in television broadcasting, so I'm thinking somebody's gonna lose their job, because that costs money if somebody done fell asleep at the wheel, so to speak. So it lasted, Earl, for all of a minute, which is a lifetime in radio. They sell in TV, they sell 15, 30, and 1 minute spots for an awful lot of money. So that's how I was thinking. But what was interesting was it froze on a Steak and Shake commercial. So gets a little stranger after that, because as soon as the commercial kicks back in and goes off, the moment it goes off, Earl, I get a call from my office manager who's still at the office at the Majestic, and I'm down the street. But she says, "Mr. Buckley, I got a call from the village of Park Forest, and they're having a presentation being done by Steak and Shake for prospective operators, and they wanted to know if you'd like to stop by and listen." I was like, "Well, you don't say." So how likely, how likely is all that to happen? And so I said to myself, because I'm already feeling like maybe my time's running out and I need to cash out and try something else. And so I said, you know what? I gotta go, if for nothing else, to just listen.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, I listened. I liked what they were saying. The numbers really made sense for me. They were not the brand that McDonald's was, particularly at the time, but the potential was amazing. Mm-hmm. And so with all of the things that I had learned in the fast food business, I thought I could really put a dent in that company in such a positive way. Right. And so, I trusted God, and I took a shot at it, and so far so good. The difference is I've been able to literally, with my construction company, build my own stores.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Let me ask you, what's a typical day for Melvin Buckley? I mean, first off, in order to accomplish the thing, because I've been in business a long time, and in order to accomplish the things that you have and the way that your demeanor and the way that you speak and the kind of guy that I know you are, what do you do to keep this positive mindset? Because that's what you need. You can't, life throws so much at you. If you don't have a strong mind, it will wear you out. You know, I know that firsthand. So in dealing with so many things and in talking to, and the demeanor of knowing knowing who you are as a person and what you can and what you can't do, what do you do to keep Melvin centered in all these things that's going on?
No matter where I go, Earl, I build a gym.
See, a lot of people don't realize that working out and that help, that working out de-stresses, and it just does so much for you. I'm like, absolutely. Yeah, it's great. We all want to look good, but the mental effect.
Yeah. Oh God, Earl, I build wherever I go. Every house that I've ever owned at this point, and I'm not talking about I got an elliptical in the corner. I'm talking about I build a Bally's. and I got to have you and the wife over Christmas because we have this incredible, we call it an ugly sweater Christmas party.
Okay.
And we invite a lot of the dignitaries in the different outlying communities that we've done business with, and just close, primarily close business friends. Earl.
Okay.
But man, I'm going to tell you, everywhere I go, I build a gym. And there was a time where I thought, this was the only time I thought, when Quads was open, I'd rather work out at Quads than home.
Right. Yeah.
Well, now my office building, like I said, you got to come by there. You'll see a gym there. My home here, I have a full gym downstairs, dumbbells from 15 to 100 pounds, squat rack, incline, decline, bench, you name it, it's all down. Elliptical, treadmill, everything's there. And that's partly what it is. It's been a blessing, Earl. I tell people all the time, weightlifting is the fountain of youth.
Yeah. No.
Cardio solidified.
And I have a lot of cardio equipment in my house because my wife competes, and she has to do a lot of cardio. And right. I really, like maybe about 2 years ago, I started doing it on a consistent basis because I just wanted to have a healthier being. I mean, and it just, this morning I was on the bike this morning for 25 minutes, and it just clears your head so much. I don't particularly like doing it, but I understand, I guess when you get old enough, it ain't about what you like, it's about what's good for you. And
I'll tell you a story, Earl. At one point I was benching 4+, squatting 4+, and all of that stuff. And I guess 5-6 years ago, man, I still feel like I could carry the world. And the things that we don't plan for are the things that center us. Mm-hmm. So I buried my mom. She had kidney disease. Then my dad, had prostate cancer, ended up burying him. And so just ironically, I go to the doctor maybe a week or two later for my checkup, and he says, okay, so you got kidney disease and you got prostate cancer.
Ooh, wow. And
so, talk about going into an office feeling like a lion and coming out a sheep. Well, that was what happened. I'm like, I got all this chest, I got all these arms and legs, and man, I go in there and this man just brings me down to an ant or something. And I went home, Earl, and I sat on my couch, and I probably had a pity party for about 2-3 hours. And then I said, okay, it's time to fight.
Yeah.
And so, man, I tell you, I was going to the doctor, I was trying to eat well and all of those things. And then then when he told me the prostate cancer, I had to deal with that because I might need a kidney transplant, and you can't get an organ transplant unless you're 2 years free of cancer. So as fate would have it, and these are things that I think you do to break things in your bloodline, but as things would have it, my kidneys or I took care of the prostate cancer with radiation, 45 treatments, 45 days. And then a year later, my kidneys failed. So I had to go on dialysis for 1 year.
Wow.
So I'm on dialysis for 1 year. But Earl, I'm still strong as an ox.
Yeah.
First 2-3 months, and my wife, wonderful, learned how to do it. I was getting it done at home. I watch a game and she had put me on the machine and stuff. But man, after about 6 months, that thing started eating me up, man. It was exhausting. It was tiring. Man, I fainted 2 or 3 times and ended up in an ambulance and came home. And I tell you all these things because it's a testimony to how staying in shape can literally save your life. So a year later, and look at God, my wife is my donor.
Wow. So
I had a kidney transplant about 5 years ago now. So most people don't know it if they see me. I don't weigh 285 anymore and don't want to. I weigh about 255. But I will tell you something, man. I tell you all the time. I needed every inch of strength I had.
Man, that's a testimony right there. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. If you didn't tell me, I would have never knew. All right. It was great to catch up with you. I am definitely. I'm honored that you would take the time. Because I know you're extremely, extremely busy. I'm very honored that you would take the time. What I do is that I end my interviews with what I call the Fast Five. And I'll give it 5 examples and you just tell me what they mean to you. 1 word answer, sentence, doesn't matter. Just what it means to you. Faith.
Everything.
Family.
Everything.
Money.
It allows me to help other people.
Life.
Everything.
And last one, business.
It means legacy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Like I said, I appreciate you taking the time. Make sure you got my number. I got your number. Make sure I get that invitation to come past and visit the center and to come to a couple of events and things that you're doing, because me and the wife will definitely be there.
My man.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Tell the missus and the family I said hi.
You do the same for me.
All right. You have a good evening.
Yes.